I set my bitrate lower because this game has difficulties when I'm trying to stream it because my processor kind of sucks. I don't hope to do all of this on my own, and so I'm going to be unapologetically watching some YouTube guides. So let's open up it up Diamond Times. Okay, all diamond medals. And I'll change my screen so that you can see what I see when I do this. Okay. Oh boy. It's easier than muting my game. I'm dropping a billion frames, I can tell. Just like with how slow YouTube is going there. Let's try doing it legit for a bit. There's some really cool stuff about this level that I bet a lot of people don't know. And when I get the time, I will tell you about that. I don't really have a good route, which was why I was looking at the tutorials. Let me press play on my stream. If the quality looks like garbage, I turn down the bitrate and the frame rate, just to, because I deserve to go straight down there. Because I have my high refresh rate monitor, and so this game ends up using a lot more CPU than most. And when I set it to a lower frame rate, it just doesn't seem to work. Twitch telling me they're doing something special for K-pop stans physically hurts. Like, absolutely gross. I don't remember what the diamond time for this level is because it doesn't list that in-game, unfortunately. Oh, shoot. I missed the gem, but I got another time stopper. I suck at these specific gems. Dang it. Diamond times are really just the thing of, if you mess up once, then there's not really any coming back. Hmm. What the heck? I've missed that twice now. There we go. I need a better route, dude. And I need to stop rubbing my eyes, because that's probably making some people mad. Or it will. And that's why I don't like going at low frame rates, because sometimes my monitor just craps out when it changes too much. Like, you didn't see that, but my monitor went completely black there. We got one of them. And we missed the other one. Hold on. Yeah! Sorry about that. And I went in the wrong direction again. Okay. We almost saved it. We almost saved it. Oh, that was... Come on! Ugh. Almost cool. Almost a really cool save. Nope. Nothing. Nope. Thought I could save that. Nope. Getting those gems is really annoying. As mentioned before. That's probably not catastrophic. Unless I go in the wrong direction. I remember there was one time where I used that feather power-up to just bounce into one of the gems and grab the other with that bounce. Just form a triangle with that corner. The other thing I remember is that, like, even just getting the gold time for this level was kind of annoying. I think. Just because there's no correct path. It's one of the most open-ended levels. Okay. I'm gonna just go along this top to grab the other one, is what I was going to say. I still got it! I still got it! We can probably go back for that. Okay, so we definitely have at least a full minute to get the diamond time if the gold time is 2 minutes. Even still, it is probably gonna be tight. And here's where it gets to the point where I don't really have much of a route. Yeah, restart. I definitely had wasted too much time by that point. whatever. No! Whatever. Same strategy. Well, that didn't work. I missed. Hello, Umbra. Lately, I've been having a lot of motivation to finish up all the diamond times, and there's just 6 more left, but they're all in chapter 6. So, I'm gonna see if I can't do this. And I'm gonna see if my monitor isn't going to blank. I thought low frame rates were the thing that, or variable frame rates were the thing that FreeSync monitors were supposed to be good at. I don't know. But apparent escalation was not one of the ones that I still had to do. So I don't know what I did. But it's Platinum Playground. Hold on, let me just look at what it is. It's Platinum Playground, Centripetal Force. Confluence was a pain in the butt just to get the gold time on. I remember that, so I don't. That's gonna hurt. Olympus? Olympus just feels like luck. Tangle? Also, also one I'm not excited for. I've been trying to do Stratosphere. So... 22, 22, 22, 22, 222 is the diamond time? How close was I? 8 seconds off. I pressed space once, and I heard multiple jumps. That was unfortunate. And that was also unfortunate. Okay. 115. That sounds doable. Difficult, but doable, definitely. The main difficulty with this one is just that there's naturally no obvious route. Which was what made me not want to do a lot. Which is why this was one of the last diamond times that I had to do, is because I didn't want to do it with there not being an easy or obvious route to follow. Okay. I missed that gem. I missed that one too. Okay. If you learn Confluence. Okay, yeah, that one. Confluence died. I was only 4 seconds off. Huh. When you said Confluence, I pictured in my head Centripetal Force. But yeah, those two I'm gonna need to learn the route for. Okay. Is there a way to consistently get these wall gems? Because I've had a lot of trouble with them. Straight at the wall and fall down on them. I guess that would work, but that seems pretty slow. Hmm. I do like... I always thought that the fact that I start talking and then I immediately fail. I always liked the fact that the trophy, the marble you get for this level's trophy was Quest when it's Platinum Playground. I just wish Platinum Quest wasn't in Java, because it runs very slow. One thing that I did find as I started to complete a lot of the diamond times in the game was that I love this game a lot, but I didn't know what to do in it anymore. Because I got all the goals I ever set. I don't think I would care to be the top player, like the top player for any of the levels. That just seems like a level of grinding that I am just not interested in. And so then I just didn't know what to do with this game anymore, because the fact that it supports Steam Workshop is really nice, but I'm not gonna say the workshop levels are always great. There's a few that are pretty good, but most of them are pretty eh. Yeah. The workshop levels tend to be very blocky, and very blocky levels was kinda like a lot of my problems with the level design in Marble Blast Gold. The smoother curves does a lot for just how the physics in these games work. Okay. Monitor, please don't blank on me. What did you say the diamond time is? 115. I am going to be very close, but not make it. Yeah, okay. That was close though. A lot of the new ones are bringing up the quality. Okay, I will take a look at the workshop again after this. The workshop level that immediately sticks out in my mind for like a level that was bad was I downloaded one called Da House. And it was very intentionally meant. It was bad. It was meant to be a sarcastic level, but it just had a whole bunch of straightaways, and it was a long level with nothing in it of note. Forgot to use the speed. And failed. The house was made that way. It's terrible, but it's so terrible that I think it being terrible was the goal. One thing I wish you could do about this game is change out the music. Not saying that this the music selection in the game is bad, but after 47 hours, it'd be nice if like I could put the Undertale soundtrack on it in the files or something. Have it play that instead. Hat in Time would be better. Undertale was just what came to mind first. Yeah. I've only done this for around 47 hours. What does Steam... how much does Steam say I'm at? 47.7. This is... Every time someone says only X hours, I get that a lot because my most played Steam game is Portal 2 at 200-ish hours. I played a lot of the community test chambers, but everyone else always has like, oh, I spent 2,000 hours in TF2. To my knowledge, the game that I've clocked in the most time on for anything would technically be Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, because I did a lot of shiny hunting, but also it would probably actually be Minecraft, but that doesn't track how much time you spent in it. And I bring that up because a lot of my time in Alpha Sapphire was just having my 3DS open on game chat because I didn't have a microphone, and while I was totally happy just leaving the home phone on my desk in speakerphone that used data for my buddy who was not on a home phone, or used minutes or something, I don't know. And so we ended up using it just our 3DS's as crappy Skype for a while. That just sucked. There's the only other game that I've speedrun, sort of, put any effort into making my completion times good, is V, and which is like a half-hour long game, and I've spent 40 hours in it on Steam, 80 hours in it on 3DS. Fun, real good game for $5. No. 30,000 hours, I'm pretty sure my entire Steam library is in the 1,000 hour range. Like, I want to say, when I calculated it, it was around 1,300 hours. I've spent 40 minutes on this one level. I can't say I didn't expect that, but it's just the guilt of spending that much time on a single level is what keeps me from streaming challenges a lot of time. Is when I have to reset constantly, I feel like I'm boring people. Or at least I don't have much to say. I think the thing that keeps me from getting very serious into speedrunning is just all the tech you have to learn in a lot of cases. It can make it seem really intimidating. I remember when I tried to get into Hat in Time speedrunning at one point, and I saw mid-air boop clipping, and number one, that name is incredible. Number two, that I didn't want to have to learn how to do that. Especially in big games, it seems like you have to learn all these complicated tricks, the routing. I went upwards. And so when I do V, it's just any percent glitchless. And it's really just this one guy I know on Twitter that I'm competing with. You need a lot of more momentum than that to get up there. This was a mistake. Let's try that one again. I found out about the Marble Skies game a couple days ago, and how it was on, and then it went on sale, and in beta it most certainly is, or still in development it most certainly is. The physics feel very different, kind of in a, I'm not gonna say in a bad way, but it was, it took getting used to. There we go. That was reasonably quick. That was not so much. I'm on a 580 and an RX 580, and this game looks, and Marble Skies was running just fine for me. Sorry about that, but this game, I can, for a lot of games, you can really feel, I don't know where I'm going with this. I got a high refresh rate monitor to go with my graphics card, and it makes such a big difference. My two favorite games that I played for the first time this year is Marble It Up and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Both of which that was a misclick. And then my monitor blanked. Didn't say this was a perfect monitor. But both games, it made such a big difference to 144 hertz. On the fly backup strats. Let's see. No. Is there a mod for this game that adds in the announcer guy from Marble Blast Gold? Because I would, or like just the sound effects from Gold in general, because I would love the super speed. Time stop. Or, I don't even remember how he says time stop. No mod support. Aww. I mean, that hasn't stopped some game communities. But that is unfortunate. When I saw that Platinum Quest had the Marble Blast Gold sound effects, I turned it on immediately because the built-in sound effects were bad. Teleporter. Fortunately, you can't get rid of that one. Can I go back for those and not... That's that's where the one I keep forgetting is. I didn't even realize I missed the super speed. I wonder if I wasted more time than it was worth getting that pause. I do have a question. I accidentally put in the Simple Flips code twice. Is it possible to fix the fact that I have two of them? Oops. I hadn't looked into it, because it doesn't really affect anything, but it'd be nice to have not a duplicate. It's not really given my current route, there's not really a good time to go back and get that. I guess this is somewhat quick if I don't jump over that gem. Okay. It'll be close, but we might just be able to make it. It's gonna be really close. Nope. 1.5 seconds off. As you can tell, I tend to... Most of the time, I just reset. I don't tend to see how close I was. One of the hardest diamond times, or one of the diamond times that took me the longest, I don't know if it's necessarily the hardest, but was the raceway track level in Chapter 5. I was trying to do it without the skip that all the people at the top of the leaderboard were doing. And so I ended up being like, beating it by like 0.5 of a second. Which felt so good, because I had lost so many runs to just overshooting the goal right at the end. I fell off. I hadn't fallen off yet, but my monitor had crapped out, so I didn't know that. The fact that this monitor craps out all the time is actually why I run Binding of Isaac in windowed mode, because it does it over once a minute. It's entirely unusable. I don't know if I have like I already sent it back once, so I don't know if it's just this monitor is a cheap FreeSync monitor, or if I have a defective one, or if I have a defective GPU. That would really suck, given that I want to go into GPU. Though if I want to go into GPU, I'm going to need to buy an NVIDIA at some point. Just barely. Barely made it. Okay. Once again, this is gonna be close. But it might be the one. Monitor, no. Not now. No! If I didn't, like, curve off the top of that thing. It's gonna happen soon. One thing I wish was that this game had a separate leaderboard for completion times without any of the time stops. I wish that there was a leaderboard that's just whoever can beat the level the fastest real time. How am I not falling off? I was trying so hard to get back up, but just like, not pressing any button, I was stuck up there. Holding to the right, I was stuck up there. So I don't know. Or trying to get back up the ledge, I was stuck up there. That was weird. Okay, I might take a look at that later. My main thing about that is that it'd be nice to be able to watch the RTA replays. And I guess you sorta still can, because obviously proof. You have to have the video proof on speedrun.com, but can't view it like you could in-game with the rewinding and looking at it from many camera angles. Okay. That was... I think that ended up being slightly faster. How? Okay. It's not gonna happen. Don't... No! Even if that had gone perfectly, that probably wouldn't have done it, but it hurts coming that close. Once again, that was a misclick. I wish you could unbind buttons. The reason I was wanting to be able to unbind buttons was because I built up the habit of just press T whenever you fall off the level, which did not serve me well when I was trying to just get through Gates of Hell 2.
it just makes the level a lot more hellish than it is.
Yeah, because then you have to right-click the binding and it clears. Bindings. Okay. Thank you! I didn't know that! Thank you very much.
Uh,
In fact, whoops. I did it again. I'm gonna just make it so that neither of the mouse buttons do anything. Because I don't need them to do anything. Yeah, that could have been there could have been they could have made that more obvious. This mouse, I got it. I like the mouse. It feels nice, but that's not why I got it. I got it just because I wanted the cheapest, a high polling rate, wireless rechargeable mouse I could find. High polling rate because high refresh rate monitor. It's kind of important for that. Which meant it pretty much had to be a gaming mouse. And then I was just tired of the fact that I have to manually put the rechargeable AA's on the battery recharger. Plus the other mouse, like it was a really cheap Chinese mouse, and when it gets low on batteries, the sensor kind of goes wild on it. It was really annoying, so I wanted a better solution. And, moving it around on the desk, this mouse feels nice, but I kind of wish that there was a bit more, there was a bit more force required to click the switch. I hoped I'd never become a PC gamer enough to be talking about switch quality on my mice. But here I am now. I guess I still don't talk about that on keyboards. Because I like scissor switch keyboards. And the only good scissor switch keyboards for desktops are the Apple ones. So I just pair my gaming mouse with an Apple keyboard. So, I just like the fact that laptop-style keyboards, they're quick for typing. I could care less about how it feels when I'm playing games.
So of course you need to, unless it's painfully uncomfortable.
Yeah, there's some membrane keyboards that I have in a box that are just really, really spongy, there's a limit to where I will start caring, but it's gotta be pretty bad before I do that. And even then, I think I'd still just be whatever with it. Which makes, like, now I'm just thinking about what happened to my first keyboard, which, I snapped the spacebar in half. Somehow.
That's how much you use the keyboard, right?
No. I hadn't even used it that much, I don't think.
Yeah, I get it now. It's because the keyboard sometimes gets, some keyboards are made too brittle.
It was like a pretty generic Dell keyboard, I think, so...
Yeah. A cheap one, probably.
Uh-huh. But the reason that I have a lot of terrible keyboards, is because I took a lot of trips to the e-waste, place at my old university. I got a lot of cool stuff there. Like, one time I just randomly saw a dual Xeon server. They weren't particularly good Xeons. It was 2 quad cores, but still, a server's a server. And we took it back to our dorm room, right out of the technology building. No one questioned it. I mean, we were free to take anything in the e-waste pile, but it's still like carrying a server right out of the technology building at the university. That's gonna raise some eyebrows if they just see you bringing that out of the building.
Yeah.
So, but either no one cared or no one saw us.
Or it was just so bizarre that they ignored it altogether.
It wasn't even just the one. There were a total of 3 of them. We only took 1. Because, what do you need, like, I don't need 3 servers. 3 generic Dell servers. But... it was cool. One of the other people in the dorm took one of the other ones, and, I think it ended up being broken, and he just, like, took the heatsink and said, well, I can melt the copper down on this at least. I'm not gonna say you actually have no use for that, because that's... But I have no use for that.
Yeah, you were planning on making like a Minecraft server or something?
Yes, the Minecraft, I was working on that, but I stopped liking the direction that Microsoft was taking Minecraft. Long story that I've, clipped, in another stream, but,
Yeah, I remember that.
That was just gonna run on a Phenom 2, which was my first PC I ever owned. And it, you know, AMD even supports ECC memory on their consumer CPUs, so I was gonna even maybe give it some ECC, but didn't end up happening because I'm not at that university anymore, and Dad doesn't, he doesn't remember the password to the router, so I can't log into it and set up port forwarding. And even if he did, and part of him not remembering is the fact that he doesn't want me to have access to the router's password for completely arbitrary reasons. So he doesn't remember, and he doesn't want to find out what it is. Which is annoying. As for now, I'm hoping to get some like hard drives at some point and maybe just use that for a file server. Because most people don't take backups seriously, and if the rest of my family members aren't going to do it, then by golly, I'll do it for them. Oh, this is not happening. It could happen. Let's not say it's not happening. It could happen. Nope. Though I guess most of my family is moving away from Windows anyway. They don't even use. Mom is content just using her Chromebook, and everyone else is just using their phone or a tablet. So I wouldn't even know how I would set up backup on a Android phone. You probably just can't set up backup on an iPhone. That reminds me of my dad had such a bad time trying to set the printer up to use the Wi-Fi that he just, after a few years, he just put it in the storage room and never looked at it again. I fish it out there at one point. I plug it into my Ethernet switch because I have Powerline Ethernet going to my room. It works immediately, no configuration required. Which just made me laugh. Right now, my next tech project would probably be repairing my other Wii U gamepad. Because I dropped my phone on the Wii U gamepad and it broke, so I bought another one. I bought another Wii U, so it'd just be nice to have two of them. So, my backup server would probably end up just being used mostly for holding the archives for this live stream. But depending on how well it works, I haven't looked into this much, but I do know that in my BIOS there's an option for network boot. So maybe I just have it so if that works out well, I just don't use... there's just no storage in my desktop anymore. I just use my network for all the storage. Though it seems like you have more of an IT history than I do, so I'll ask you this question. Is that a stupid idea for everyday usability standpoint. Because I could totally believe that there's, like, reasons that that's just a huge headache. Network boot is good for re-imaging a machine, so you have a base image on the server and a backup local file to network directory.
Hey, Sheros. Wanna see me street bridge?
What'd you say, Luis?
Hey, Sheros. Wanna see me street bridge?
Then if you corrupt a file or install a patch that breaks things, it's simple to recover and get back in working order. I need to dip my toes into Linux more. But I just had to re-image my laptop, because it had what I thought was a defective APU, but what actually turned out to be was that AMD just rolled out a really crappy driver. It had this issue where anything that used the video decode on the Vega 10 APU, it just showed a solid pink screen rather than whatever video content was supposed to be playing. And I thought that, well, my APU went bad. Nope, it was, if I had actually downloaded the driver on Acer's website, then it would have just been working fine again. And, then I ended up having to send it back because A, they didn't test that they had actually solved the problem. I had to figure out this bad driver stuff myself. And then, in addition to not solving the problem, they like fucked up the sensor for when the screen is closed, so it can't detect when it closes it can't detect when you close up the laptop. It was so stupid. And then, so sending it in the first time, it took like less than a week to get it back, which was really impressive. Unfortunately, they said they swapped my motherboard and then didn't test it. Then the next time I had to send it back, they swapped the motherboard again to fix the screen hinge sensor. And it took 3 weeks. At least 20 days to get it back, which was really annoying. I still don't regret sending it in, because even if the problem I was having wasn't caused by a defective APU, I still had a defective one, because, like, I had this issue where randomly, any video content would start using 100% GPU utilization, and it was using it on the wrong, like, part of the GPU anyway. It was like, I'm trying to watch a YouTube video and it's using 100% of the copy engine. Looks like this is gonna be the one that makes it. Fuck yeah! An hour and a half spent on this one level, but we did it. And we beat it by 10 whole seconds, too. Whew! Nice. Okay. What is the... what's the diamond time for Stratosphere? Because if I'm... Was I 1 second off-ish on that one? Because if so, that... I could probably get that down a little bit farther. I did go through all the loops. Like, not the best strategy. Diamond time is 140. Alright, I'm gonna pull up a YouTube video or something and look at what the route is for one of these. Let's just go in order. Centripetal force. Where do I go to pull that up? Probably speedrun.com would have guides, I don't know. It's been a while since I've been here, because I haven't, haven't gotten a new PB and V in a while. Marble it up. Sadly, not really. Ooh. Guides empty. Yeah, definitely not really. Oh, this is... Marble It Up is only on PC and Switch? Huh. It's an interesting combination. Okay, you know what, maybe I'll be done for today and I'll look at that again, later, because I don't have, I'm still using a bulldozer processor, so it kicks out tons of heat into here, and so it gets hot after a while. So, and I wasn't expecting to I was expecting it to take a while. I don't know if I was expecting it to take an hour and a half for one level, but what were some of these that were I remember being particularly hard? Stratosphere. Oh god. Oh god, that sounds... I have definitely spent over an hour on this level. Oh, yeah, ADHD here too. This one took so long, and it felt so good when I finally got it, because that missing it by 0.3 second, that made actually finally getting it feel so much better. But like, most people like go up the side of the ramp or something to skip up to the second half. I did not do that. And it took so long because you have to balance, like, making sure you don't go over these rails. A lot of stuff to keep in your head. I wish I had recorded a lot of the offline stuff I did, because there were just some really interesting sounds that happened on Luis's microphone just now.
Whoops.
Sunspire also took a while, because I just didn't have a good route for it.
Even though in like Aaron's stream I made like the most the most horrifying blood-curdling scream.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I will look at that. If you have an easy route for Confluence and Tangle. Even just trying to do Tangle without trying to do it fast at all, just that first time was a pain in the ass. I never got I don't think I got a bronze time until Chapter 6. Where I got more than a few. Though, Head in the Clouds, there's no reason that should have taken me 5 minutes. Well, good stream. We got stuff accomplished. That's cool. Bye-bye.